I'm not hoping that we're not going to see a whole bunch more mid-level appointments in June. Okay, where everybody wants to get away from the topic of an incoming president also. The communications, that's one issue. The other one is a rush to fill positions and grab power in a power vacuum.
If you tell me to stop all hiring between now and July 1st, I will stop all hiring between now and July 1st, because nobody in December told me to freeze hiring. If that's this board's wish, we will do that.
And that's why I said I would go ahead and move these forward, because it's not fair, because we never did direct the president to not hire.
True.
We never did. It's not fair now to change the rules because somebody is concerned about some names on a piece of paper. We didn't tell them not to.
My problem is not with that. My problem is completely different. My problem is, maybe the way I'm used to seeing things when a director is being hired and maybe what I'm used to is not the norm, but I think for a lot of us it is sometimes we're updated on a process of something like this. And I think that it kind of puts us in a position where maybe we're able to weigh in on something or make sure that we are attracting diverse group of candidates before they come and sit up in front of us, or receive their resume ahead of time or something like that when you're hiring somebody in administration. To me, that's what I would like to be more informed on. Not necessarily, my issue is not the hiring aspect of it, it's the communication aspect of it. It's not the timing of it, if that makes sense.
It does. Trustee Thorpe?
I would just say it's updating us on where we are in a process.
That's what it is.
Has it been posted? Have we held initial interviews? Are we to final interviews? Just so we can have an idea of where we at on the timeline before it gets to us, perhaps. I don't want to know everyone who applies. I just want to know that we're still moving forward.
And that's why I printed this out, because a chart was included and where they're at
Right.
with all of them. So we were given this.
Trustee Lane?
Oh, I'd just like to say, in addition to what Trustee Thorpe has just mentioned, maybe also how it, especially mid to upper level, how does it fit in with the strategic plan, and does it add new costs? Does it change our instructional to administrative ratio? I'd like a roll call vote.
Roll call vote is requested for item 8.
8, 9, 10.
And there has been moved and it's seconded, so roll call.
Yeah, you can do 9 and...
Same argument, pretty much?
Yes, and 9 and 10 are basically, they're people in the same position. It's just a change in title or...
So, Mr. Chair, I'm doing a roll call vote for item number 8, 9, and 10.
Is that acceptable to all board members?
Yes.
Trustee Lane?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Hussein Berry, yes. Fadwa Hammoud?
No.
Mary Lane?
No.
Celia Nasser?
Yes.
Mary Petrikov?
Yes.
James Thorpe?
Yes.
Chair Michael Mead?
Yes.
Okay. Now we need to go back to 11. Fun one. Okay, number 11, revised president's contract. Chair Mead?
There's a recommended action.
Did you want to have any, okay, let me put that, recommended action. Move to approve the revised president's contract, attachment A, for Mr. Russell Cavaluna.
So moved.
Second? Is there any discussion?
Sorry.
Trustee Thorpe?
I thought we had everything settled in our last meeting with this, and then my memory is that we removed 2 sentences, something like that?
Yes.
Why? Why did we take it out? We were all okay, it seemed, when we approved this on April 30th. What changed?
What changed is actually me, because I noticed that the language of the contract had additional language beyond what was in President Jensen's contract. And originally, the board suggested that we try to use that as a guideline for articles. And when that particular language was added, I talked to Mr. Cavaluna, and I said I asked him not to sign the contract until we got that language straightened out, because I was not convinced that that language was appropriate for this particular contract. I really wanted that language out so that we would have the same kind of responsibility for the president that we had for President Jensen. That is, that he would be accountable for spending that money in a way that enhanced the institution. And my understanding was that at any time, board members can ask for a report. It doesn't have to be in the contract to ask for a report. So then it was submitted, it's now submitted to the board, because I was told I couldn't ask the board just to change that language. I had to have the board vote again for the entire contract with that language out. I talked to Mr. Tuckle about that, and he agreed. He thinks that that is correct. So what you have before you tonight is a contract that you already approved on April 30th, however, with language taken out, and it's relative to the $30,000 that we're giving to Mr. Cavaluna to spend for the in interest of the college. And so the language is, just a minute, let me find it. Mr. Cavaluna shall provide the board with a report every 6 months documenting the purpose and amount of each such expense. And I just believe that that language is not appropriate when we have the authority to ask for a report, and we want him to not be controlled by the board when he is spending money for the advantage of the college and in the interests of the college. So I am presenting this contract again to the board, hoping that they will agree to the removal of that language, but agree to the contract that they've already agreed to. Yes, Trustee
Just so we're
Barry.
legal on a very important vote, I offer a motion to extend the meeting 15 minutes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, second.
Support.
Roll call vote, Hussein Berry, yes. Fadwa Hamud?
Yes.
Mary Lane?
Yes.
Celia Nasser?
Yes.
Mary Petrikov?
Yes.
James Thorpe?
Yes.
Chair Michael Mead?
Yes.
Okay. Back to the other motion on the table. Just so we're clear, we as a board already voted on this contract,
April 30th.
and there's some been changes, recommended changes by the chair. And I don't know if anybody gonna be changing their votes, but just so it's clear, and I know it's being recorded, our votes might be, okay, we agree, we're okay with the amendment, but there's other parts in the contract that we don't agree with, just FYI. Thank you.
We have a roll. Can I call for a roll call?
Yep.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Hussein Berry, no. Fadwa Hamud?
Yes.
Mary Lane?
Yes.
Celia Nasser?
Yes.
Mary Petrikov?
No.
James Thorpe?
No.
Chair Michael Mead?
Yes.
Okay. Motion carries.
So we're at 14?
14. We're almost there. Board resolution for Cisco, Recce access points and licensing. Mr. David Cunningham. Recommended action, move to approve the resolution as presented in attachment B.
So moved.
That still has to be moved. Support?
This motion has been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Need a roll call.
It's a roll.
Oh, is a roll call, excuse me.
Hussein Berry,
I do
yes.
that all the
Fadwa Hamud?
Yes.
Mary Lane?
Yes.
Celia Nasser?
Yes.
Mary Petrikov?
Yes.
James Thorpe?
Yes.
Chair Michael Mead?
Here, yes. I'm just shook a little.
We're almost there, Dr. Mead.
Thank you. I think I'll go celebrate
Next item.
somewhere.
But not before the meeting ends, please.
Anybody want to come along?
Yeah, we all do.
Next item, Board of Trustees business, acknowledgements of correspondence.
None?
Board committee reports.
We already
had a report.
Request for information and/or future agenda items.
I have a request for information. I would like to see a total amount for the legal services billed for the transition that took place with the hiring of the new president. And I'm asking that if we can relate to Mr. Tuckle, that all outstanding invoices be billed by the end of the month, so we can get a total of how much the process cost us.
To clarify that, are you including the search firm? Is that what you're asking for? What was the total cost for the search firm with the new incoming president?
No, just for our legal services.
Just for so like formulating the contract and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
The legal services that we had.
Meeting.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask a question of the board. When one board member asks for information, does that mean that the administration has to act on that, or does the board have to vote on that?
No, we don't vote.
So any board member can ask for information, and
But
the
the information has
administration
to be
has,
shared
and then
with
it's shared with
everybody.
everybody. Okay, thank you. Oh, excuse me, future meeting.
no, I'd like to-
What?
Still have the-
And
I'm
one
so-
more thing too, for me is, I would like to wish everybody happy Ramadan.
Oh,
It is Ramadan. Some of us are fasting,
oh.
and we should have broke our fast at 9, but we love this meeting
Oh, you're
much.
so good.
We still didn't have food
You're
or
so
water.
good. They're cookies. Trust.
And
Oh.
my other request for information, I'm sorry, other than the legal services, were there any stipends paid due to this transition? What were they for? Who were they for? Who were they paid to? And why? I'm just trying to get the total for the transition amounts.
Trustee Lane?
I'd just like to ask for the Welcome Center, if we can know a little bit more about languages that are spoken there for potential students or families that go over there. What language skills our staff has?
Trustee Hamud?
To follow up, there was, one of our meetings, I had mentioned that I had went to the International Students Enrollment Center, and they did not have not one Arabic speaker, and I addressed and they said that the majority of their international students enrolled here were from the Middle East. I want to know if anything's been followed up on that. And if we do have somebody in that office that is able to, other than soliciting students, if we did hire someone, or what are we doing about that? Not necessarily hired.
Any other requests?
Next item is board member commentary. Very important, Dr. Mead.
Yes, sir.
Whoever's decision was it to replace the flags just south of here, thank you. Because the older ones were tired.
I know.
They're ripped
All
up.
right,
They were
Next
faded.
item?
And Sandro and his crew took care of it the next day.
tell them I said personally, thank you.
Next item.
Future meeting dates. Monday, June 11th, 2018, P through 12 Board of Education meeting, 7 p.m. at the Administrative Service Center in the Frank Frenchie Boardroom. Monday, June 18th, 2018, Henry Ford College Board of Trustees meeting, 7 p.m. at the Henry Ford College Administrative Services and Conference Center in the Rosno Boardroom. Monday, June 25th, 2018, P through 12 Board of Education meeting, 7 p.m. at the Administrative Service Center in the Frank Frenchie Boardroom. That's it, Dr. Mead.
Thank you. We're adjourned.
I didn't realize there was communication. I mean, what Glenn does is one part of the whole hiring aspect that we don't get, that Glenn gives us is a heads up of onboarding.